How is everybody tonight? This is Tarot Tuesday. So let me see. I'm going to move things around. So forgive me. And that way I can make sure I'm seeing everybody clearly. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but I got two screens. I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube. So join me on either one. And I'm a little later than I normally am to give my followers, excuse me, my followers from my YouTube or people who are from the West Coast or from a different time zone. I started a little later than I normally do. But this is Tarot Tuesday. And what I'm going to be talking about today is what the other side looks like. Okay. This is what my experience is, okay? Now, if you guys don't know who I am, I'm Lana's Enchanted Sky, your spiritual fairy godmother, bringing you guys some background information on what I see when I was a medium. Now, hi guys. Hi Elise. I am a medium. I connect with your ancestors. When you call me for a reading, and by the way, I am offering a special. Anybody that calls me tomorrow gets 30% off. It's only for tomorrow, and it's already on there. So if you go to enchantedskye.com, you can book a reading with me just tomorrow, because I really don't have any, it's very odd that I don't have any appointments, but it's because I took Mother's Day off, so it's a long story, but I had some stuff turned off. And so I have special. So like I said, it's 30% or even 35%. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 25, 30. Yeah, it's about 30, 35%. Yeah, 32 out of whatever. Anyway, so if you want to go book for me, let me know. You can just go on there. I'm $50 instead of $70. So I'm open for tomorrow. So otherwise I go online. Sometimes I do go have I do have an online. I also do. But anyway, so I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what the other side looks like, because I hear that a lot. What's it like? What's it like? What's it like? Okay. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Mary. So this is my take on this. Now, I've been a medium for around the time my mom died. So I probably was before that, because I was just absolutely fascinated with all this stuff. So you know that the interest is there. I mean, as ghosts, when I was a little kid, was like, I'd be like, buy all these ghosts, and they, oh, is that picture real? And yeah, you know how you are when you're a kid. Anyway, when my mother died suddenly, all of a sudden, I never had any kind of experience like I had. First, my grandmother died. Well, actually, my mother died and then my grandmother died, but and they died within like a year and a half of each other. I think that my grandma losing my mother is what killed her. It tore her heart out. Anyway, and all I know is that the day she died, at the edge of my bed, I felt like an imprint. Someone sitting on the edge of my bed. They plopped down, and you could feel the breeze come as they plopped down. And my mom, like, after that, I'm a medium. I think I probably already was, but when you go through trauma, and that was a completely unexpected death, that's what happens. And for my grandmother passed, I'll never forget it. I was falling asleep, and I felt somebody go like that across my face as I was going to sleep, and I'm like, like this, like, yeah. And then after that, I started having odder things, but this is what I get from you. When you guys see me for, hi guys, when you guys see me for an appointment, so, oh, hi guys. When you see me, what you see, or what I see your relatives. And this is what I see. One, there's no negative emotions. They're not jealous. They're not angry. They're not envious. They're any of the negative emotions. They aren't any of them. I always hear, was he really angry with me because I left him and I had to do this? And there is no anger. You have to remember, they're in the presence of God. So, I mean, and it sucks being here, and you don't realize how much happier they are there. So, just a thought. I get that a lot, though. I get that a lot from you guys. You know, are they angry with me, or are they jealous that I'm dating somebody else new? Or not at all. Not at all. They understand. Now, this is what I find interesting. They somehow can be in more than one place, that they can teleport themselves. I don't quite know how it's done. I guess I'll understand when I go, you know, but they can be in more than one place at the same time. Okay. Do you see them or feel them? I see them. I am a me. I am I hear them too. I'm clairvoyant and clairaudient. Good question. Thank you. Sometimes they make me feel something. So I do have a little bit of transsentience, but normally I see them in my head and then they start talking to me. It depends on, by the way, it's your modality. How you learn best is how they're going to communicate with you. I am a visual arts teacher for 31 years. So I'm not only visual, but I'm auditory. I'm a very auditory learner. Like, I cannot stand when somebody says, go online and chat with somebody now. No, no, no. Give me a phone call or give me a number so I can do it. So I can talk to a human being, because I can't take it because I'm too verbal. Anyway, so what I see on the other side is, I can't describe the colors, you guys. I can't describe them. I don't know how to describe them. Every blade of grass sings God's praises, and it's not green, it's more than green. And it's more than blue. The sky is more than blue. It's, you know, I was driving today. I'm in my Jeep. I have a Jeep. I have a 2020 yellow Jeep. And it actually has Enchanted Skye on the back. So yes, my advertising, you know. And I got the top down, and that's why I'm sunburned. And I'm driving, and my favorite song came on. And I said, I wonder if the heaven's like this. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, because it's exactly what I wanted at exactly the right time. Because anything you want, you get. So think about that, you know, and it just hit me funny. And I'm like, I wonder if that's what this is like, you know? And I'm like, because I know I have memory. I have cell memory. I know we all have it. We all have cell memory of returning home. You know, when my grandfather died, I remember him, he was 91. I remember him saying, I just want to go home. And that is the reality of this. This is hell, you guys. I don't believe there's a hell. I believe that this is hell, and that we put ourselves through most of our problems. You do know that, right? Things don't just happen. I mean, I'm sorry, but we've planned them, or we've done something that's, you know, I just don't know. I just know that the real reality is the other side. This is not the reality. This is the dream. Okay. And there's so much negative energy here. It's such a hard place to be. Oh, I've got people calling me for readings already. If you want to book a reading with me, I'm telling you, the half hour only is 30% off for tomorrow. So they're $50. You get a whole half an hour with me. I guarantee my mediumship readings, you guys. I cannot guarantee my psychic readings because it's free will. But I can guarantee if who you want coming through will come through. Now, here, by the way, your personality never changes from the other side. So if you're kind of a laid back, kind of quiet dude, you're going to be a laid back, quiet dude on the other side. I've had a lot of people that are like, well, my grandpa isn't coming through, but my grandma came through and blah, blah, blah. And I said, well, is your grandpa kind of a quiet person? Yeah, he's kind of laid back. I said, because I can, okay, this is what I see when they come to me. All right. This is what they do. Okay. They will step into a spotlight and talk to me. And when they're done, they'll step back. So I see the edges of people's heads standing in the background. Or they sometimes will stand at a distance away from the rest of the group, and they just wait to talk. And they do that a lot. Okay, so just to let you guys know. Okay, and so all they know is that every animal, every person you've ever known will greet you. Whenever people ask me, I'll say like, "Oh, you must be an animal lover," because I see a couple dogs, and they kind of like, and what's so funny is a lot of these people will be like, "Well, no, that's not my pet." I said, "When you were a kid?" Well, yeah. I said, "Well, that's still your pet. It's just been, there's no sense of time on the other side. You guys know that." you know, so just remember that. But I'm telling you, it's not like here. I don't know how else to describe that. It's better. It's not dirty, it's not polluted. You can think things into existence. You know, we are a little piece of God. God gives us the ability to do some of that stuff. And I know that I've never seen anybody upset. I've never seen anybody angry. The only thing that I have seen them do, and I want you guys, if you want to book a reading, you know what? The link, the phone number is the link on my bio, enchantedskye.com. It's on my bio, guys. So if you hit that Enchanted Skye, everything's there, and you can hit services. The only thing that I do see that they do is they ask for forgiveness. Okay. For instance, my husband's father was not always the nicest man in the world. He used to call me the worst names, the big C name, you know. And because I'm a very strong female, I'm not going to put up with this crap. Anyway, who is the person now that comes around all the time? And please be watching my video, because sometimes you'll see orbs fly around me. We think they're angels. We don't know. Please take a look and tell me what you think. If you go to YouTube, if you go on my Lana's Enchanted Skye and go to 3/15/2022, it was a daily, you'll see an orb. It's like they look like little, and they got little wings. So I think they're angels bringing me information, but I'm not sure. Maybe they're orbs. I don't know. Anyway, I know that this orb that I'm talking to right now will come during some of my shows and sit on my shoulder, and it's a turquoise orb. Appears in a lot of my photos. We're making a compilation right now of videos because we have so many of them with orbs in them, and I just can't even describe how many I'm seeing. So yeah, I know it's crazy. Yeah. Do you see our ancestors in your head and they talk to you in your head? Oh, that's a good question. Both. There's been times that I know they're there and I see them, and for a second they materialize and then they're gone and I can see them in my head. So it's kind of a good question, but I usually see them in my head. But there's been a few times where I've actually seen them. I'll be like, he's standing on your right. And so it's a combination. So good question, though, because that's how you understand how mediums do this. Now, I'm not saying that any other medium's any better than me. That's the way I do it. But I'm going to tell you that it doesn't matter because everybody does this differently. Okay? So that's how I do it. All right? Can you say numbers again for your YouTube? Oh, it's Lana's. Okay. I'm gonna say it one more time. I want you to check this out. You have to go, you have to scroll back to 3/15/2022. You will see an orbit flying around my head. They have a tendency to fly back in here. Now, if I'm wearing I have a dark background. I think they're there more often than that. It's going to be interesting because I'm moving my location where I am now. I'm here in my dining room. And I have a small studio we've made. I don't know if it's going to work or not because it's down the lower level of my house, and I don't know if my reception's good. But I whenever I have a black background, you can see them. Another one is November, Gemini, Finance and Career, 2021. If you look and scroll back, look at that one. There's an orb, and it goes around me like 5 times. So, and I'm telling you, it looks. Please tell me what you think it is, because we've gotten to a point where we blew it up at my podcast station, and my podcast producer, who is a ordained minister, by the way, he's like, "Holy moly!" He goes, "That's an angel." He goes, "You can see it's an angel. They're doing this, and they got the wings." And it's cut off. I mean, we blew it up where our mouths were hung open. So that's where we're at with that. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I'm right, because seraphims are tiny angels that bring you information. So that's why I have to find it very, very humorous when I get these people that are holy rollers on here telling me I'm demonic and that I'm a devil worshiper and I'm evil. Because why would the angels be there? And then somebody says, "Well, could it be a demon?" Please, okay. So Let's see what we've got. Now I've got a couple questions, but I'm just letting you guys know. There we go. Okay. I'm telling you right now, I'm making you guys good deals because this is over 30% off. I took $20 off of a $70 reading. So figure that's like 33% or something like that. So book a reading with me if you want, for tomorrow. I have openings. I'm going to be gone next week. So I'm going to Taos to learn astrology better so I can share all that information with you. Are there fires? Yes. Am I a little nervous? They just evacuated Las Vegas, New Mexico, and that's about an hour south. And so I'm but at the same point, they keep telling me that I don't have to be. Taos sits in a mountainous area, and it's surrounded by mountains. And I guess that on the other side of the mountains where the fires are. So I can't wait to go. I haven't been there since 2008, and I am an artist, and I just can't wait. So anyway, all right. So I'm going to take a couple questions for you guys. I've got a few people on YouTube, and I got about 100 people. That's not too bad. There's been up to thousands on here at one time. And if you guys do know, please join me for Metaphysical Meanderings. That's my podcast on Saturday mornings at 9:30 a.m. I have approximately, last show we said there was 850,000. So I didn't make a million, but there's a lot watching. So, okay. All right. Let's see what we've got here for questions. Hi, Solik. What are the initials of my future husband? Honey, I don't do that, but I will tell you what they look like. I want to say they have kind of a caramel colored hair, and it's straight. He looks like he might be white. He might be, no, he's white, I think. With a caramel colored hair, kind of like it's lighter than mine, but not by much. I'm medium brown, and he's a little lighter than this. Light colored eyes, about 6 foot. Pretty attractive, pretty nice looking guy. Very gentle, and he's in some type of healthcare or some type of service where he's in service to somebody, to other people. Seems like a pretty good, solid person. And they're telling me to tell you that you really needed that. Okay. They sometimes make me laugh. Okay, some of from the other side. All right. Ashley, that was for you, dear. Sab, you're having your trouble with your feet going numb. They're telling me to tell you that you have a pinched nerve in your back or in your hip. You need to have it looked at. It could be sciatica, but it's mostly a pinched nerve. I first was thinking, oh, maybe it's diabetes. It's a pinched nerve. You need to have it taken care of. They're telling me that if you find the right homeopathic chiropractor, that they will relieve it for you. But you have to look around. It is a male with dark hair. Okay? All right. Blue Angel, will you get married this year? No. Maybe possibly within about a year and a half, though. Okay? Teresa, do you see a soulmate for you? Of course I do, because everybody's got one. And that are you talking twin flame or are you talking soulmate? Because anybody that comes in, that your mother is your soulmate, your brother is your soulmate. Yeah, people get that confused. You mean you're talking romantic, like a romantic type thing, like a twin flame or something. Yeah, dark hair, really dark hair. I want to say it might have a little wave to it, but it's really dark. And he isn't real dark with skin either. Okay. All right, here we go, TikTokers. I'm going to read off of you for a while. Will Tim try to reconcile with me this month or next? Next month. Did you save the baby squirrel today? Why, yes, you did. Hey, by the way, you know what? Speaking of baby animals, I live out in the country, and I was driving, and I saw this mother deer standing in the road, just not refusing to move. And it was around about 5:30, 6 o'clock at night, so it wasn't quite dark or anything. And then I saw why. Right, it was almost ready to pass. I stopped my car, and it was about a 1 to 2 day old fawn. and it quick ducked and it laid down, and I was scared it was going to get hit. So I very gently picked it up and put it across the road to its mother. So hopefully the mother didn't get nasty about it. Sometimes some animals get nasty. They don't want to smell humans on their babies. But I think it's probably okay. But yeah, I put it across the road because I don't think it was going to make it. And we're talking like it was maybe this big. It was that tiny. It was just really tiny. I was like, oh, that's why she's waiting for her baby. She must have just gave birth. I mean, I think it still had a placenta on it. Like it was, I'm like, yeah. And so I'm a big time animal lover. If you guys don't know that, I'm very much into nature and doing what we can to make the planet a better place. So, and yes, you know what? Who is your guardian angel? Your guardian angel. Okay. Everybody's got a guardian angel. Everybody's also got a spirit, an archangel. Now you can invoke your archangels at any point. So I usually stick with Michael, especially when I'm clearing houses and I have an attachment of some sort that in the house, that I need to get rid of, because he's the one that stands with the sword. He's probably, I would consider him my archangel. Your archangel is Uriel. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I'm told to. All right. Is my current job meant for me? No, there's something better coming. It's something on the same lines, but it's a little different. Okay. All right. It suits you better. Are you isolated? Do you need to be working with people more, or there's something that's not quite right with the job that you could do better, that would be better for you? Okay. Any messages from your mom? She recently passed. Did she have kind of dark hair? It was kind of cut like mine, maybe a little longer. Light colored eyes. Did she speak another language or had an accent? It could even be an accent, like a New York accent. It's like an accent. Get back to me, okay? On that, is it, how do you say that? Debbie? It's Debbie. Please. Okay. You guys have to be very specific when you ask me a question. You can't just say how's everything this year. I can answer that, but you have to remember how much energy is coming through here. But I only have 100 today. Put it that way. So when you're watching me on live, my podcast, you're watching hundreds of thousands of people, and so it's hard for me to focus in. Like if you're calling me for a reading, that's a completely different matter. Okay, to just let you know. All right, but is Kel cheating on me? No. Has he thought about it? Yes. Okay. Will Timothy try to reconcile with me this month or next? Oh, we already got that one. Okay, Toya, should I still try to buy a home? Okay, so listen to me. I'm telling you about the housing market. Because I predicted way back in January. If you haven't seen my predictions, 1/7/2022, scroll back to 216thenet.com or just go on Google Podcast. You'll find me. Metaphysical meanderings. Okay. Anyway, I predicted that there would be some type of crash. Well, I am right when I said that I thought maybe it was the stock market, because I just lost $25,000 in the stock market. I couldn't believe it. It really sucks. Anyway, but I still say the housing market, something's up. Something's up. And if I were somebody and I were ready to buy it, my kids just bought a house, by the way. One of my middle daughter, I've got 3 daughters, bought her first house. And to put this in perspective, you guys, my first house was fine. It wasn't a bad neighborhood. It was really, really small. But I paid $29,900 for it. Okay. She just bought her first house. It was from 1880. And it is it's a lot bigger, a lot nicer neighborhood, but she paid $140,000. And so that just blows my mind, the difference. And my heart goes out to, if people can't see, we've been helping them, and she got some help, and I don't see how you guys can do it, but I do know, still feel like there's a bubble bursting. And I've been saying this, it started to slow down for a little, and I said, oh yeah, it's going to slow. Then it sped up again, but I still say something's up. I still say that. and I don't quite understand. And if it looks like I'm sweaty, I am. If you guys didn't know, I live outside of Chicago. Now it was freezing last week. I had a turtleneck on, okay? And I had my heater in my greenhouse. Today it was 93 degrees. I'm not kidding you. And I keep telling people that we in the Midwest are the ones being affected so much, mostly by the global warming, because we're right at the temperate zone where in Florida, it just gets hotter and hotter and hotter. Well, here it's hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, Arctic wind, hot, cold, Arctic wind. And I'm telling you, I can't believe it's May and it's 93 degrees. What's it going to be like for us when it is July and August? So if you see me sweating, that's why, because I'm trying not to put my air on, but I think I'm going to have to. Plus I got sunburned. Finally, I got some sun, got outside, because if you guys knew, we didn't have a sunny day for, like, I think 10, I could count them on two hands since January. Finally, it's cleared up, and now it's been sunny. So anyway, well, let's see. Okay. Should I go through with spinal surgery? Yes. You should. Okay, Angie. Is it Angel or Angie? It's hard to see them sometimes. Will my hubby be win his unemployment case? It seems like the case went welk. I think that might have been misprint. I don't get it. They're going to take about 2 more weeks, and yes, you're going to get something. You're going to get something. It's not what, I don't know if it's not full benefits or what, but yes, you will. Okay. Oh, MJ. Hello. Hi, MJ. I have a lot of people that are my followers, and if for anybody that's on here right now, I've only got about 100 on here. If you're one of my followers on my meetings, I have a meeting at buymeacoffee.com is a Patreon, and it's a really simple Patreon. You can, if you would like what I do and you want to donate me $5, it buy me a coffee, and it's buymeacoffee.com/enchantedskye. You'll find me. Okay. And anyway, you can go on there, and anybody that's in part of my tribe, I have 7 people there so far. We're going to be doing psychometry. I'm going to be teaching how to read objects. So I'm going to be contacting you, and I reach out to my followers. I'm pretty good about it. It's nothing for me to just reach out and say, hey, how you doing? Because just to see how you are, because I do become part of your chart. So, and it ends up like I kind of become your friend, because and I give advice, and I'm like a life coach, and I've gotten a couple of people out of their ruts. If you guys don't know what I mean, I'm writing a book on the 7 stages of a spiritual awakening, because a lot of people don't know about that, and there are. And so I'm coaching you through it, because I know exactly what's going on. So yeah. So anyway, okay, so hold on here. I'm looking at some of my things. Wow, MJ, it was 99 there. And aren't you in California? Wait, you're in Florida or California? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah. Oh, and Solix, that was only 70 in California. MJ, I forgot where you were. So, okay, that's good. But do you see, I don't understand, but it has something to do with where we sit. And when we are extremely being affected by global warming, like it's a lot, and we all know it. Oh, that's right, MJ, you're in New Mexico. That's right. So, all right. Okay, so Lisa, the next step for me is to go into a shelter to financially rebuild and further proceed my separation. Lisa, call me later, Lisa. I know you. Call me. Make an appointment, and it's on me. Okay. All right. Because I know why you said that. Okay. Why do you worry about money so much? I make good money. I have credit, but I also have money in the bank. That's because, Huda, in a past life, you lost everything you had. I want to say it was the stock market crash at 29. I think you were alive for it, and you lost everything. And I think that's why you're always afraid. Okay. Now, for me personally, I did a past life regression today, matter of fact. And you're never the same once you've had one of those, by the way, because you remember things, you recognize people, you understand situations. It's like you're awake. It really does work. If you guys don't want to take a look at me, that I do hypnosis. But I lost, I went through a tornado and I had built a house for my family. I was a male. And I lost everything in the tornado. And I wasn't mad that I was dead. I was mad because I lost everything I had worked so hard for. So, and I am like that in this lifetime. I'm also pretty sure I was Native American. They took my land from me. And I'm very, very protective of where I live, of the land I own, the land that's mine. I'm very funny about it. And it's coming from my past life. So that very well could be Huda, okay? Joseph, will you be successful in your music career? Are you playing an instrument too, Joseph? Do you play an instrument? Not just as a writer, but as an instrument. It's important, and get back to me, okay? All right, I'm trying to, okay. My gallbladder, biliary duct might have pancreatic cell, precancerous cells. Hold on. You're okay. You called the right person. I am being tested also for precancerous cervical cancer. So they did find a lesion, and I have to go in 2 weeks and have it looked at. You're going to be okay. I do feel like they may want to remove your gallbladder. It's not a big deal. You'll be fine. I do want to advise you, though, to make sure you're taking bile salts if you don't have your gallbladder. Okay? I know I was having trouble with my gallbladder, and I'm having a lot of pain with it, but they can't find anything wrong with it. And I keep telling them if I eat the wrong food, my gallbladder bothers me. But they're like, oh, there's nothing in there. There's no stones. There's nothing. And I'm like, well, I don't know what to tell you, but something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. Don't be scared. You're not dying. You're not going to die. You're just not. You're not ready yet. So don't be scared. Let them do what they need to do. Okay? Don't be terrified. It's okay. Because I was scared at first. Now I'm at a point where, well, if somebody wants to take me, go ahead. But I do know I'm going to be alive in for between about another 10 years. I know that sounds strange, but I also know the length of my chart. So I'm going to be alive at least another 20 years. So let them do what they need to do. So, and that's my attitude. It's so funny because my other friends are psychics. And one of my friends said to me, somebody around you's going to have cancer, but it's benign. And I'm going, so far I've had 2 friends that have had cancer. And they actually had cancer. And I'm going, okay, is she talking about me? And did not say my name. So we can hope for the best. So everybody say a prayer for me so I can keep doing this job. This is what I need to be doing. And I know that. I'm an artist. I'm a very good artist. I'm not saying I'm wonderful, but I sell things. I have no trouble people buying my things. I can teach classes, but I'm supposed to be doing this. And I know that because I'm bringing comfort. Okay. Thank you. Yes. Don't be scared of anything until I see, like for me, I have so many friends that have had abnormal pap smears. And so I'm kind of like, okay, well, they keep telling me I've had 2 or 3. And I'm like, and the incidence rate is up to 10%. So I'm trying not to be scared about it. So, I just know I'm supposed to be here doing this. So, and by the way, if I were really sick, don't you think I'd be a lot thinner? That's what I always say to people. I'm like, yeah. So anyway, death is not death, and you are correct. Okay. Why you get chills is because you're connecting in and you're a medium too, my dear. That's why. You always get chills whenever you watch a medium. It's because you're connecting. You're connecting, you're seeing what I'm seeing. See, look at, I just had a little bit of a pain where my gallbladder is, but nobody can tell me what it is. They keep telling me that it's the muscles. I've had a lap band in. You guys know what it is. It's to help you lose weight, and it didn't work. I took it out, and they say that every once in a while it bothers me. But what I find is if I've eaten something that's sweet, sugary, or carby, like lots of carbs, I don't feel good. So it comes and goes and comes and goes. So go figure, right? And they've been in there and they've looked, and there's like no tumor, and they don't know. So yeah. Oh, good, MJ. Is Nuri a keeper? Is my settlement coming this month? I don't know if Nuri's going to always be around. In the recent, I'm starting to get moths. That was a moth. That wasn't a. If you saw, it was a bug, which is really rare. Because I saw a butterfly today. I kind of went, because you don't see, normally mid-May you might start to see them, but it's usually June here where I live, and there were butterflies everywhere. And I was like, wow. Anyway, Nuri is, I don't think you guys are going to be that together. I think you're going to separate. You're not going to always be together. Trust me. And is your settlement coming this month? I think next or July. Okay. Okay. Hold on here. Alrighty. Yes, your grandmother sees you in heaven, saw you graduate. They go to events. You guys know that, right? You guys do know that. I want you to understand that, yes, they're there. They can be in more play than one place at a time. I don't know how they do it. It's like they can be, I don't know, they're omnipotent. I don't understand. I myself, I really don't. I just know they can. And they see everything. Okay? Oh, thank you, Christian. I thank you. I'm actually a very, very unusually healthy person, and I just need to lose some weight. And so for me to be told that I have an abnormal pap smear, that was the day. And if you guys backed up and looked, I pulled a tower card for the day, and I went, ooh, and I said it's something to do with health. I even said that it's something to do with somebody's health. And I got that, and I was in such shock. I was like, you should have heard me on the phone to the nurse. I'm like, what, huh? And I'm like, so I know this sounds crazy, but I've upped my vitamin D. I've upped my vitamin C. I'm eating like a really super high black bean oil. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's supposed to reverse issues. So we'll see if that maybe, who knows? Wouldn't it be nice if they got in there and they said they saw nothing? Let's hope for, So anyway, it takes a lot of energy to do this, and I have to stay healthy. I know that's why God has made me healthy. I don't know about you, but do I look 55? I was told I don't. I look like I'm maybe about 45 or so. So I'm always told I don't look at my age, which is good. I appreciate it. So, okay. So here we go. So, all right. I'm still looking. Will T reach out to you this week? Yeah. Okay. Okay, we got that. Okay, I am going to get off of here now because I've been on here for over, and I'm looking at the time frames, over 38 minutes. I'm usually only on for 30. So if you guys are interested, like I said, half-hour readings. The half-hour readings are $50 instead of $70. I had to raise my prices because everything's been raised. The gas keeps just going up, and I'm like, oh my Lord. So I'm still trying to keep it reasonable for you guys. Now, I don't care what anybody says. And if you guys don't believe me, check this out. A lot of YouTube people, the mediums, are $200 and $300 a reading. I am not kidding, and I am not that much. I'm half of that. So, okay. Anyway, you guys have a great day, and I'm going to go turn my air on. I mean, I'm like just sweating as I'm sitting here, and I'm like, it's just crazy. We're supposed to have a thunderstorm tonight. So I'll be probably listening to that. Anyway, if you noticed, anybody that knows me really well, look at the color. I got sunburned with my granddaughter. I had my granddaughter today. She got sunburned to her cheeks. And I was out all day. I mean, all day today because it was nice and warm. So you guys make a great day tomorrow. Keep watching me for my dailies. That's my daily tarot. It's a daily check-in. It just gives you a little insight of what's going on for the day. All right? Blessings to everybody.